I've got two questions about I'll Have Another, beyond the obvious question of whether or not he can win the Belmont Stakes on Saturday and become horse racing's 12th Triple Crown winner. The first question involves the training methods used by Doug O'Neill, I'll Have Another's trainer. The horse has not had a timed workout since before the Kentucky Derby. Very strange move by the trainer. Every Triple Crown winner and every horse that's gone for the Triple Crown since affirmed in 1978 has had a breeze or a timed workout between the Preakness and the Belmont Stakes. Going back to the 30s and 40s, these horses used to work every 3 or 4 days. Some trainers would work a horse a mile and a quarter, mile and a half before the race. With Citation, he had a race between the Preakness and the Belmont, and then I believe it was the day before the race, his trainer worked him 6 furlongs. So horses today are trained completely differently, and Doug O'Neill has certainly written a new page on how to train a horse for the Triple Crown. The other question I have about I'll Have Another is what kind of trip he's going to get. In the Derby and Preakness, he had a target to shoot for. He had a horse named Bodemeister that went out and set very realistic fractions and made it easier for him to close from off the pace. In the Belmont, we're going to see much slower fractions. There's not a horse in the field that has the need to go out on the front end the way Bodemeister did. That's how that horse ran. He was a front-running freak, and I don't think there's any way they would take him back off the pace. We've got a couple of horses here that will show speed, but it's also possible, and Doug O'Neill had mentioned this the other day, that I'll Have Another could be on the lead in the Belmont. And if that's the case, it'll be interesting to see whether or not that's the kind of race he can win. The Belmont, even though it's the longest of the Triple Crown races, is not necessarily a race where a come-from-behind horse has an advantage. In fact, many people believe horses that race on the lead or very close to the lead at Belmont Park, going a mile and a half, have the advantage. So those are the two questions I have about whether or not I'll Have Another has what it takes to become horse racing's 12th Triple Crown winner.